Hello fellow compatriots, this is your host Throwbots here, and today we are going to be taking a look at Granite from, you guessed it, the LEGO Slizers / Throwbots series. And depending where you lived during the year 2000, if you lived in like Canada and outside of the States, they were called Slizers, but here in the US, they were called Throwbots. And this will be, and I know you're probably wondering, what? Why are you reviewing Granite all over again? Because I give them a revamp. You know, because I took it apart, and I was like, I kind of miss Granite now, so I brought him back. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this 2.0 version of Granite. To the review!
Man, I introduce you to Granite. This is a very, much more smaller build than to the older version, which was big and bulky. As you can tell, I took away some functions and replaced it with a few new functions as well, and you may have noticed, yes, I've replicated exactly to the original, for the most part. Him having the little hand pieces in the front and the back, the completely gray torso section. He even has the little back piece where the tail would connect to, and he has the Throwbot arm, the custom Throwbot arm that I have made, and yes, it does throw the disc pretty well. And I'll be sure to show you the functionality in due time. And as you can see, I added wheels onto this figure because it's for style and also for the gimmick for the figure. Now, what I mean by that is this component is necessary for the pickaxe function, and also him having wheels, it kind of makes sense since he's carrying these two massive pickaxes, so in case if he can't hold it on his own, he can use the wheels to help him support himself as he goes and crawls through the terrain. So yeah, let's go straight into poseability of this figure. Alright, so the legs, let's look at this leg. It can extend out this far and it can bend in this far, getting an excellent curl out of it, a full curl I would say. Legs, they can go down this far, not so much range, up this far. From straight to up, that would be like about 10 to 15 degrees. Yep, not so much range there, and he gets that much range inward before he bumps into stuff, and that much range outward, which is basically past 90 degrees. So I would say maybe 100 or 95. And yeah, those are the poseability of the legs. And now time for the tail. So the tail back here, it has a connection section over here, so you can untab it if so wanted to, and you can rotate it down to the bottom peg section. It's hard to do with the pickaxes in the way, but it's still manageable, even though you saw me like take off the piece, you know, because it's not like, but yeah, you got movement there. The arm, it can bend back this far, it can bend even more back due to the function. It bends down this far because the shell piece hits against the limb. And the fingers, let's go straight into the fingers right over here. Let me get a good angle. There we go. So the fingers, they can bend inward this much. They can bend up back 90 degrees. They got full spread as well. The thumb, it can go down that far. You know, you got full range of poseability with the thumb, essentially. It's on a ball joint, so. And yeah. And for the neck, the head, it can look down this far, so he can look into his own chest. Looks up only this far, and can tilt his head that much, so he can look all quizzical or curious, whatever you want to have him look like, and full 360 at the head. And now that we got that done, let's go straight into the functionality of the figure. Fellow compatriots, so we got the scene all set up. Let me go ahead and raise the camera so that we can get a nice view of what's going on. So function number 1 would be throwing the disc. And let's scoot this back just a little bit. There we go. So let's begin with the first function. So you want to straighten the fingers. The fingers have to be straight, and the thumb, the axle has to be perfectly straight, because the disc over here, these notches have to slide into the axle bit right in there. So you slide it in, and it should be snug. And then you treat it like an actual slicer arm. You know, when you pull back the arm and then it flings it. Well, this is one way to shoot the disc. You pull back and then it throws it. And let me go do it in another angle, because that actually flows pretty far. Alright, so let me go ahead and do it again. Oh, didn't through that time. Hold on. Okay, that was with it facing the one way. Now let me show you the other way. The other way you would throw it is you rotate the arm at its side, just like the original toy, and then you slide the disc in. And that is the other way to do it. Now, let's go back to the side view. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and fling this guy. Oh, sorry. I skedaddled with my thumb. Just so excited. Alright. Third time's the charm. So I'm going to angle the arm slightly forward, since this is like a scorpion tail. And there we go, it threw again. Now you're wondering, can it throw higher? And I believe yes. Yes, it can. So angle the arm back a little bit more, and then... oh boy. So the reliability of this mechanism isn't really the most reliable, but it does fling it far enough. Now the second function will be you hold onto this section over here and this section over here, and you simply lean the figure forward, and you had to be sure to have the legs spread far enough to do this. Yes. You push the front of the figure down to the ground, and he can do that. So let's go beat up Ikimu here. So get him all up close and personal. He's being murdered, oh, Ikimu. But yes, you can do murder death with Granite. It is possible. Oh my gosh! Taking away Ikimu! Oh my gosh. We're doing that again. We are doing that again. I want to do that again. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my gosh! Ikimu's being murderlessly slaughtered. Well, anyways, that just shows you how fun this little guy is. So you're probably wondering, how big is this guy? Well, let me start off with actual figures that you may or may not have. So this is how tall he is compared to good guy. I mean, so if you ever had a good guy, that's how tall he is. And if you ever got yourself a Tahu, and I know mine isn't fully built yet, so don't. Here he is right next to Tahu. And here he is next to Matanui. He's right next to Matanui, so you get an idea how little of a figure he actually is. Now, time to compare it with other Throwbots that I have made. And here he is compared to the other Throwbots that I have made. So as you can see, he fits much more nicer with these guys than his previous self. Because the previous self was so big and bulky that it didn't share the synthetic that it did with Jet, and kind of like Turbo over here, even though he's more gribbly than anything else. But with the Throwbots that I've been making, I'm trying to go with the CCBS kind of smoothness and design, because that's what I get with these black visors, plus compare with the gribbliest design of the heads. You know, I'm trying to replicate, you know, both of those, try to integrate gribbliness and smoothness. So, yeah. I would say that this guy looks a lot more better than his previous self ever did. So, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more content like this, see more MOCs and so forth like that, be sure to subscribe. I do not know why I said that, but anyways, take it away, Lego me. Hello, my fellow compatriots. If you like this video, be sure to show your support by liking and going to my Patreon. And if you want to stay up to date through my latest content, make sure to subscribe. And like always, this is your host, Tributron here, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.